Yo, what's swagger players? Your boy StaxMontana. Got my guy J Rain with me.
Hey, nigga,
yeah, my boy
up?
in the cut, man. Link to J Rain channel down below in the description. Now he been schooling me on all of these different play styles and play types or archetypes that they got coming into NBA 2K18. I haven't really been up to date on all of the news and stuff like that. So based off what he's been telling me, and all of the screenshots of the badges list and a different type of play styles list that he sent over to me, I picked my top 5 favorite and more likely for you guys to see players for NBA 2K18. So yeah, J Rain, do you want to start off by just telling what type of player you're gonna be making, or are you trying to save that for later?
I'm gonna save mine. I'm gonna save my guy, my main guy. You know, that's a secret. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, my nigga.
Alright, so do you have any advice to anybody that came to this video trying to figure out what they trying to make? Do you have any advice for them?
Of course I got advice for you. Alright, so check this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this game, a lot of this game is really based off of what do you want to do the most, and what are you willing to give up? You know what I'm saying? Now, some people, okay. I mean, when I say some, I mean damn near everybody in the 2K community wants to break ankles and shoot threes. All right? Now, if you want to go with that build, that playmaker three-point shooter, you're going to have to give up on some of them badges, all right? You're going to be missing some teams, okay? So it's a lot of give and take here. Make sure you know what you want to do. Maybe you want to dunk. Maybe you want to get buckets like KD. Maybe you want to lock people up. All right, but you just gotta keep everything in consideration going into this 2K right here. Feel me?
And this might also be common knowledge, but make sure you preference the things that you want to do the most over the things that you want to do maybe least likely. So make sure whatever you want to do the most, you make that your primary archetype. And then, you know, obviously the thing that you on the fence about, or maybe the thing that you're not too much worried about, make that your secondary, not
Facts.
The other way around just because of badges, okay? Because you want your player to play the way that you want them to play. So just want to put that out there. So right now I'm going to be breaking down my my top 5. By the way, all of this is for small forwards. So just putting that out there. I'm making a small forward for 2K18. So I'm just gonna list my top 5 players that I have. So right now, number 5, I have shot creator and a slasher build. And the reason I picked that is because I never really had a build or anything like that'd be dunking on people. I saw my boy J Rain last year on 2K17 dunking on people. So I definitely want to do something like that. Even like last year, man, shot creators they could boom on people a little bit, but they ain't had that bounce that a slasher had. Now, just looking at the play styles, like the upgrades that you get for that build. So shot creator, driving, finishing. So like your layups will be pretty high, obviously. Your dunks will be pretty high, and your mid range will be pretty high. Now for a slasher, that's something that you definitely need. I mean, slashers should hit mid-range before, but having that shot creator infused into it gives it a super high mid-range. And then three-point, I mean, you wouldn't expect a three-point shooter. I mean, too much of a three-point shot out of this build. So that gets around like 12 to 15 bars. Is it called bars or what?
Which is pretty decent. I mean,
yeah, which is pretty decent.
It's not bars because now they're like little. It's like little tiny arrows. I think they're calling them slots. I don't know what people are calling them, but they're not bars anymore. But still, but yeah, bro. What Stax said just now was pure fact, my guy. Like coming from a point guard slasher right here. If you were to make that build, you come off a screen. You know what I'm saying? That mid range is wide open for you, my guy. Like that's the shot any point guard is gonna need to make, bro. Is the mid range off the screen. You feel me? So, hey.
Now another huge bonus that build gives you as well is the fact that you have some ball handling. Now that can go as high as 20 slots. I'm gonna call them slots. It goes as high as 20 slots. The low is 16, but 20 slots on a slasher for ball handling is amazing. That's amazing, dog. Like especially when the max is 25. So you can just imagine what 20 will get you. So that's going to be pretty dope for guys that like to be slashers. We're going to skip over the passing, all stuff like that. We're just going to go with the vertical. Especially if your main thing was a shot creator, having that 21 slot vertical, because that's what it maxes out at. It could be from 17 to 21. Having that 21 slot vertical is really dope. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to get up there. You're going to have that bounce. Especially that's the bounce that I was looking for last year. But of course, since I was a shot creator last year, I didn't really have the hops like that. Another thing for being a shot creator that infusing the slasher build will give you is the speed. Now you can have 22 of them things on that speed. Now slashers was always fast, shot creators not so much, so having that extra amount of speed is definitely a bonus. Acceleration as well, and the stamina I think for all of the builds right now are pretty much the same. Yeah, so we're not going to even discuss stamina, but the speed for me in 2K is one of the biggest things, because as long as you have speed, you don't even really have to be able to dribble that well, as long as you got the speed and know how to use that player, if you know what I mean.
Facts. All facts.
Yeah, so now my fourth build that I was thinking about making. By the way, I'm doing this in order.
Hold on, right quick. Okay. Earlier we was talking about how like you gonna want to know what you want to do for that build right there. That's a person that's like, okay, my main thing will be creating my own shot. You know what I'm saying? I think you have ankle breaker on that build. I'm pretty sure you do. But you know, your main thing is gonna be creating your own shot. Dunking would just be the secondary thing for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I can create my own shot, but sometimes I want to get to the rack and finish with a floater or a euro or whatever. That's what that build would really encourage. If you was trying to be Kobe / young Kobe, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that build is for right there.
A quick thing on the badges, you only get one Hall of Fame badge for that build, which is Teardropper, but you also get mid-range Deadeye. Ooh. As a slasher for that build, which is like that's kind of OP. And then you also get difficult shots and relentless finisher on gold. So those are like the main important badges for each archetype, and you get them infused into one. That low key, the shot creator slasher build is kind of OP. Like just thinking about it, especially when you got the speed, the ball handling, the mid range, and then the dunking ability and finishing in the paint. That build is gonna be super dope. Like you said, that is kind of like a young Kobe.
Basically, you own everything inside the 3-point line, and you can kind of hit them things outside the 3-point line. So it's like they can't just leave you open out there. It's wild. It's a really great build right there. Fact.
Now, for my fourth one, I was thinking about just going pure playmaker, or in this case, it would be like point forward, because I'm making a small forward. And I don't know if it differentiates that much from like just a playmaker to a small forward, but I'm just reading what they have, like what I have in front of me right now. So for the layups, it's not going to be that high. It's going to be from 12 to 17. But the main things you want to look at for this build is the ball handling, which is going to be 25. So it's going to be maxed out no matter, I guess, the height or the weight that you make them. The ball handling is going to be maxed out. The passing is going to be maxed out. Like I said, another main important thing for me in 2K is speed. Now, you got the 25 ball handling plus the 25 speed, you're going to be murdering everything. So if you're really trying to take ankles like you were doing last year, playmaker or point forward will probably be the best build for you. Like if you pretty much want to carry over your player. From what I hear though, the ankle breaker is not going to be as OP as last year. But if you want to have that same type of player, definitely want to go just pure playmaker or pure point forward. And for the badges for that one, for a small forward, like I said, you get all the Hall of Fame badges that you got last year. So that's Dimer, Pick and Roll Maestro, Lob City Pastor, Break Starter, and Flashy Pass. Did you have Break Starter as a Hall of Fame badge last year?
I don't think you did. I don't know. Maybe for like,
it was Flashy,
maybe for like point forward.
Dimer, matter of fact.
The point forwards have it? Because I don't know.
I'm not even sure which. Actually, what I'm not seeing on his ankle breaker.
Oh, so point forwards won't be snapping ankles left and right, but they can throw them full court passes.
Yeah, and then it switches out for if you're just a point guard. So point guards have ankle breaker.
I'm assuming shooting guards do too, because generally the shooting guards and point guards have the same type of stat attributes and badges. But yeah, these pure archetypes this year they're gonna be a problem. Because first thing first, they're gonna have having all the Hall of Fame badges already puts you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know what you're doing, like if you got, let's say you got your my player right now in 2K17, and it's like, yo, I am amazing. I don't want anything else. Like maybe you don't mind just being like kind of average at everything, because I heard shooting is harder in this game, so you probably won't be shooting as well as like some of the elite playmakers did on this one. But maybe you don't mind having, like, you know what I'm saying, just really average scoring stats, but you are the fastest, best dribbling person on the court. It's gonna be ridiculous for real if we being real, because like we said earlier, bro, if you fast, bro, you don't even need the moves for real, bro. Who gonna stay in front of you?
And then on top of that, not that many people. I mean, there definitely going to be some people that will, but not that many people going to be having defending in their play styles.
Right.
Like, I haven't seen that many people saying, yeah, I'm throwing defending in. So, you know, so you have that advantage as well. You probably more or less than you will run into people that don't have defending as one of their play styles. So you'll be able to have that advantage over people. Like I said, and then also another thing is you get a whole different other than the badges that you can upgrade, you have other badges that you can also upgrade. It might not be able to upgrade to Hall of Fame, might not be able to be upgraded to gold, but you can also upgrade other badges to silver. Now with that badge, you get 5 Hall of Fame badges, 5 gold, 3 silver, and 7 bronze, which gives you a total of 20 badges for your player. For if you just make it pure, and this is not for playmaker. This is just for 0.4. So if you make it pure 0.4, those would be like the badges. It doesn't specify what the gold badge is, silver or bronze, but I'm pretty sure gold will probably have ankle breaker in there. I'm pretty sure they probably wouldn't make it silver, so I'm pretty sure you probably get like a gold ankle breaker for 0.4. But we're gonna move on though. We're gonna move on to that playmaker 3-point, which is another super dope one for me. I like the playmaker 3.1. So again, like the layups won't be as dope, just because once you add 3-point shooter to something, and I think it automatically decreases like your inside scoring. So just know, if you have a 3-point shooter, unless you make a 3-point slasher or slasher 3-point, then maybe that might balance out somewhere in there. But if you have like just like a playmaker 3-point shooter, or just like shot creator 3-point shooter, just know maybe your inside game might not be that good. So playmaker 3-point shooting, the main highlights here is the mid range, and I know like a lot of problem with the playmakers last year, with just pure playmakers last year in 2K17, is doing all of the dribble moves, getting open, and then pulling that shot and missing it. It happens a lot of times. I see it a lot of times. It was actually hilarious to me. So just see it, somebody doing all of that, moving and trying to break people's ankles and missing the shot. So now with the mid range that gets a maximum of 19 slots, and then a 3-point rating that get a maximum of 20 slots. Again, it maxes out at 25. So you get 20. You can just imagine. Yeah, I mean, you get it. You know what I'm saying. And then the ball handling also stays at 22. The passing is at 23. And another a huge thing again is the speed that goes up to 22. So if you are a 3-point shooter, you already know that last year sharpshooters were pretty much slow. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do too much. So now having that 22 speed, being able to shoot, being able to dribble, that's going to be super dope, super OP. And the badges for that one, I think you got you get no Hall of Fame badges at all for that one. And like my boy Rain said, if you ain't got no Hall of Fame, if they don't allow you to get Hall of Fame badges, you got to know that build is probably already super OP. If they added Hall of Fame badges, it would probably break the game. So you can't have Hall of Fame badges for that one. But that's pretty cool. But for the gold, you get Lob City Passer, Flashy Passer, Dimer, Pick and Roll Maestro, and Break Starter. Those are some of the gold badges. You get some silver and gold and bronze as well. So those are the badges for that one. You got anything to say about that build, right?
This build is pretty much for people that are that were playmakers last year, that were like, okay, if only I could shoot a little better. Like if you were a sharpshooter that liked how you shot last year, you should probably do the opposite of this and make a 3-point shooter / playmaker. Like if you're the sharpshooter that's like, hey, you know what, my shot's fine, I'm cool with being like the best shooter out here, I just wish I was a tad bit faster. Flip this thing around. You know what I'm saying? Making this one right here, this is for if you're like, all right, all I want to do is be able to make my shot when this is over. All right, like, please, like, because you got everything you need. You're just gonna get a little boost in your shooting, and I know people like that, because I used to laugh at you on the park if you were one of the people that spent 24 seconds of your shot clock trying to cross me up. and then you just missed the shot. Like, you look stupid. You look stupid. All right, you just look stupid. So this is for you.
That was one of the highlights of my year, because before you didn't even have to guard playmakers that close, because you know, like, once they shoot it, they're probably gonna miss it, especially wasting all of that stamina doing all that dribbling and then having the lower shooting attributes. But now having a little bit boost on them shooting, not even a little bit, but a lot, especially a big improvement from last year. Like I said, the 3-pointers I think goes up to 22, and then like the mid-range goes up to 19, so that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing this year, you're gonna be killing with this archetype.
Now for my second one, it's probably gonna be a huge surprise to a lot of people, but it's gonna be the same build I had last year, which is just a pure shot creator. Now, a lot of my builds have shot creator in them because I just feel like that's just the way I play. I like to take like leaning shots, and I don't even know if moving shot is gonna even be a thing in this year. So this might change, but as of right now, I like to take a lot of the leaning shots. I like to do a lot of crossovers and then step backs, and you know, I like to take a bunch of shots like that. So that's why most of mine have shot creator. But the pure shot creator, I feel, is super dope. So now you get the inside score in the layups. It goes to a maximum of 21. That's something crazy, because before, the inside scoring for shot creators was not that high. Now for it to go up to 21 is super dope. The dunks goes up to 17, which is not that bad. It's not as good as like a slasher or anything like that, but it's not that bad at all. 17.
Yeah, that's one of the dunks. Highest outside of slashers. Like, that's one of the highest dunks you can get. Not being a slasher. So.
Yeah, so that's really good. Mid-range shooting, 25. It just maxes out. So the minimum is 25, the maximum is 25. So it doesn't matter, I guess, the height or the weight change. Again, I don't know what makes the minimums and the maximums active, so I don't know. But what I'm guessing is the height and weight that you make your player is what changes this stuff. So pretty much this is saying no matter what height or weight you make your player, you're gonna have a 25 mid-range, which is super dope. The 3-point shooting goes up to 17, and again, that's probably one of the highest outside of combining a 3-point shooter into your build. So pure shot creator sounded dope. Ball handling goes up to 21, which is stupid high. What else is crazy high on this thing? The vertical, it goes up to 18. And then another thing that I don't even know how this happened, but the speed is a 20. The speed actually goes up. Bruh, listen. Last year with my shot creator, I felt so slow. That's why I rarely ever played Park with this player. I could play Pro-Am with him, but I could barely ever play Park with him because, you know, Park is more of a fast-paced game, running up and down the court pretty much the whole game. I could barely keep up with my shot creator. Now having a 20 speed, listen, shot creator, all of these builds that I'm naming, by the way, is super dope. But this one right here is kind of fire. It kind of takes the regular shot creator that we had before and it builds on to it, like just adds a little bit more to it to make it more of a enjoyable position to play. The badges, on the list that I'm looking at, they don't have the badges listed for pure shot creators, but I think it's already been confirmed that, you know, there will be pure positions in the game, so we don't have to worry about that not being there. But I'm pretty sure the badges will probably just be like for the pure playmaker. It just got the same badges from last year, but you could just get more gold or more silver badges. So
and
same Hall of Fame. Yeah, like, so you'll get the same 5 Hall of Fame badges. This is just an assumption that all pure archetypes get the 5 badges that they had last year. 5 Hall of Fame badges that they did last year. And then the way to get badges this year is going to be, I think it's going to be a little bit easier than it was last year, because at least you can track the progress of that badge now. So that's going to be dope.
Yo,
so
shot creators are mad underrated. Like, whenever I see people's builds and the people they want to build, I'm surprised more people aren't picking shot creators. Shot creators is wild on this game. Like, yo, like, all right, like, earlier we was talking about the joint with the slasher mix, and it's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Inside the 3-point line, you're pretty good at the mid-range, and you're pretty good at finishing at the rack. This joint is like, no, bro. You dominate the mid-range, bro. And you still pretty decent at finishing at the rack. Like, yo, this is, yo, and you can handle, like, you got enough, like, if you know what you're doing, like, all right. Now, keep, like, one of the main things I'm going to keep saying today is if you know what you're doing, bro, you be all right. Now some people don't know how to dribble without, you know what I'm saying, spamming moves and speed boosting. We don't know. I'm not sure what the dribble moves look like on this one. I seen like a 3-point shooter do some moves, and they did not look like how you dribbled on 2K17. So I'm not sure what it's gonna look like, but I can say whether you have speed boosting or not, if you know what you're doing with this build, you are Mr. Buckets, my guy. Like, you get buckets. That's what you do.
Another thing I want to say too is the speed on this build too is like I don't know like how they just threw this speed on this build with pure shot creator sounding like the move, because you get the maximum of 20. So if you can get that maximum 20 speed, that's the move, especially paired up with that 21 ball handling and then that 25 mid range. And then the 21 layup. Oh yeah, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be a rough build to guard, dog. That's gonna be a rough one to guard, dog. I'm telling you, cause defending like step backs or leaning shots is probably some of the hardest stuff for me personally to defend, because those are the things like that you don't really see coming. Like, you could be guarding a person and they just hit a step back on you. Like, how, like, you not really, I'm not saying you're not prepared for that, but it can kind of happen at any point of time, so you're not really, you know, there for it. Like, especially the step backs, man. Like,
exactly.
But
yeah,
that pure shot creator.
Shot creators, the most fire shot creators I played against on 2K17, all were in Pro-Am, oddly enough. No, I played like 1 or 2 on Park. But either way, bro, the most fire shot creators be making you look so stupid. Like, it just feels like you really are just outsmarting the person in front of you, especially when you didn't have speed. Now you got speed behind that?
And then the 3-point shot on it isn't that bad either. Like I said, that goes up to a 17. So.
Yeah, don't leave them open. Like, that's actually a pretty fire build. Like, and like we said earlier, bro, the pure, like, you gonna set yourself apart if you got a pure build off rip. Like, that's just because most people are gonna try to combine things, but like, hey, this is one of my favorite pure builds on the game, straight up. Like, this is just
shot creator fire.
It's just buckets, my guy. It's just buckets. You get difficult shots, and then all them badges that come along with it. If you still got ankle breaker, yo, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it is a wrap, bro. Don't.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Please don't try to just guard this dude. Call for a double team. You need help.
Yeah, you gonna need some help, dog. Now, the last one, and this is probably the build I'm probably most likely gonna go with. If things change, if I find like some other things in the game that like some other news that comes out, then I might change it, and who knows, I might not even have a shot creator. So, but the build that I'm thinking about, number 1, shot creator, playmaker. Now, just listening to it at first, it might sound a little bit contradicting, because shot creators are outside of playmakers. Last year, I'm talking about 2K17. Shot creators are the only players that was allowed to have Hall of Fame ankle breaker. So, you know, but hear me out. Now, when you make the shot creator and playmaker, and notice I'm putting the shot creating first, and then my secondary will be playmaking, is because you still have the inside finishing ability, like the layups. The dunks drop a little bit just from the pure shot creator. The dunks drop just a little bit. The mid-range drop just a little bit, but the 3-point shooting goes up. Okay? The ball handling, that goes up, so you're more likely to catch them ankles. The passing, obviously, it goes up. And then, like, I think, like, rebounding, steals, blocks, all that stuff stay the same. But when you get the lateral quickness, that goes up. Speed, that goes up. Acceleration, that goes up. So a lot of key important things that the shot creator was not, I wouldn't say lacking at, but a lot of key important things that it was a little like in the middle. It goes up when you make the secondary a passing a playmaker as well. So that's gonna be dope. Now the badges for this one, small forward, shot creator, playmaking. You get 2 Hall of Fame badges, which is difficult shots and tireless scorer. Off the rip, having the playmaker with difficult shots is OP. But then you get the gold mid-range Deadeye, and then gold teardropper. Then you also get a bunch of gold badges and other gold badges, silver badges, and bronze badges as well. And this one actually gets a total of 24 badges. So that's outside of maybe like the pure pure archetype ones, but this one gets probably like the most badges outside of those, with 24 badges, which is super crazy. I think, matter of fact, I'm looking at the list. I think the only one I see higher than this gets like 26 badges.
Yeah,
and that's like a
like
point guard build.
I think it's 2 builds that get 26, but I don't know if big for small for me.
Yeah, I don't think I see any for small forward that get 26. No, I see one that gets 25. Okay. Outside of those, matter of fact, it's 2 that get 25. So outside of those, having a shot creator, a playmaker, gets you 24 total badges, gets you some crazy stats. It allows you, and the way I like to play the game, create my own shot with the handle, and then actually take it. Because me personally, I like taking shots more than I like finishing at the basket. So having that ability to be able to shoot the mid range and to shoot the 3 a little bit better, also be able to handle the ball, be a lot faster, lateral quickness, and just regular speed and acceleration, and also have the option to finish at the basket with the layups and dunks. Shot creator playmaker sound like the move, fam. And before I even it was just funny though, before I even like looked at all of these facts and the badges and the attributes that you get, I was thinking that in my mind, like, shot creator playmaker might not be that bad, because that's the one thing I wish I would have, like, outside of shot creator last year, I wish I would have made a playmaker. Now I'm being able to combine those two right there and still get the best of both worlds, the shooting and leaning and shooting and stuff, like ability of a shot creator, then the dribbling and the speed of a playmaker. That sounded OP, dog. What you think, dog?
I like it, bro. Think of KD's mid-range game, and then like mix that with LeBron's speed and passing ability, and take them both down just a little bit. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Now you got a clean hybrid of, like, it could be something ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And
oh my goodness.
just to say, KD and LeBron was in the finals last year, so having the skills of those two dudes combined, you know, you definitely can't go wrong. And then I think another crazy, because secondary archetypes aren't as powerful as if they were like the primary archetypes. So when you mix those two, you don't really lose anything from just making a pure playmaker when you make shot creator the primary one, because shot creator also has the ability to handle the ball. So you don't really lose anything really from the playmaking. To be able to break ankles, you don't really lose anything from that. So that's gonna be super dope. I'm pretty sure you can get ankle breaker on gold with this one, because you can't get it on Hall of Fame, but the fact that you have a playmaker inside a shot creator build, I'm pretty sure you get ankle breaker on gold, which is not bad at all. And I feel like this build right here is gonna be the one I'm rocking with, like I said, unless things change and I find out some other facts that might change my opinion. But I feel like for me personally, this is the best build. Let me know down below in the comments what build y'all rocking with, and my boy Rain keeping his build a secret, so I guess we'll see that soon.
I'm gonna hit some people with some interesting builds just before we do. You know what I'm saying? Before we go, I got a couple builds that I like. I'm not saying that I'm gonna use them, but I'm saying I like these builds. All right, off rip, the first one is the build. 2 of them are pure, one of them's a hybrid. All right, now these two are potentially some of the most deadly builds on the game. All right, off rip, the first one, pure sharpshooter. All right, now if you know how to play at a slower pace, if you playing with people that like are willing to play for you and with you, like they're willing to set screens for you, and you guys all move together and stuff, a pure sharpshooter is the deadliest. Bruh, no, bruh.
Yo,
y'all,
you already know how I was rocking on the park last year, dog.
Y'all seen it. Y'all saw how he did it, right? Dog, the most points I ever got dropped on me ever in a game, bro, was from a pure sharpshooter, bro. And Stax was there, bro. He witnessed it, bro. It was crucial, bro. It was terrible, bro. My heart was broken, bro. All right? Okay? That thing, yo, a pure sharp, and that's the only, now keep in mind, pure sharps are the only playstyle, archetype, whatever you want to call it. It's the only one in the game with Hall of Fame limitless range. That's the only playstyle that you can get that on. So, pure sharps, number 1. I'm scared of.
Before we continue, let's also speak on the fact that they have the highest potential to drop all 23, not 21, but all 23 on your head.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you better watch, cause I dropped 23. You know, I dropped them about like 4-5 times. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
they got the highest 3-pointer in the game, bro. Like, they might not be the fastest, but they are definitely the deadliest behind the line. All right, now if you one of them types that's like, you know what, I don't even need to dribble like that. I did pretty fine with my sharp on this game consistently every game. Then you should probably go pure. Now the second pure archetype that I don't want nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? Pure lockdown, bro.
Ooh,
it's not a lot of people talking about lockdowns. People aren't even talking about putting lockdowns in their hybrids, yo. A pure lockdown, bro. Now look, if you can figure out how to score with this guy, bro, you probably the greatest player of all time on 2K.
Let me break down a few things about this lockdown.
Go ahead.
Just the defensive ratings right quick. Pure lockdown, 22 on the steals. Oh, my bad, that's the wrong one. Pure lockdown, 25 on the steals, 25 on the blocks, 25 on the vertical, 25 on the lateral quickness, 25 on the speed, and 25 on the acceleration, 25 on the strength, and 25 on the stamina. So they on your ass the whole game with the 25 speed.
The whole game.
They on your ass.
Bro. So we already talked about the best offense, like potential offense, that pure sharp. If you got people around you, they can put up mad points. But the best defense, clearly, bro, pure lockdown. You will be feared. If you are the dude that's like, look, I don't care about scoring a whole lot. I like doing everything on the court, passing, rebounding, you know what I'm saying, locking people up, you know what I'm saying. If you want to do all that, this is your build. People would be afraid of you when they see that double lockdown pop up.
And keep it 100.
Archetype.
Keep it 100 while I'm asking you this question. How many times have you been playing Park, right? And you saw that your matchup was a lockdown defender, and you already knew, like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing too much.
Yeah, bro.
It automatically kicks in your head. Like, so they already got that. Yo, yeah, that's gonna be scary, dog. I hate running to lockdowns. I like, especially on the pro-am, where you know you gotta be they gonna be guarding you for 4 quarters. It's not just a park game,
bro. That's a whole, bro. That's 30 minutes of your life. Like a park game is like 5 to maybe 8, maybe 10 minutes if it's real intense. It's like, damn, I gotta deal with this. Nah, bro. A whole half hour of your life. Don't let it go to overtime, bro. Yo, like you just like, damn, I'm just gonna really be standing here in the corner.
You know you ain't getting no game-winning opportunities. You know that's a wrap. Bro. They ain't even looking your way. He's stealing everything that's coming your way. And don't let you be like a player that don't have the ball handling skills that good. Because he's in your pocket the whole time. Let me get all of that. Let me get all the loose change in them pockets, dog. Let me get everything. So yeah, that's gonna be scary,
Come out here with a sharp shooting lockdown if you want to. Your handles will be garbage, and the lockdown on you will rip you to shreds, bro. You don't want that, bro. So if you want to be feared on defense, if you want to be the person that ruins people's day every time you pull up, you make that pure lockdown, all right? So
that's gonna be rough.
And then last but certainly not least, bro, this is probably the most interesting archetype to me. I feel like if I make a secondary archetype at some point, I would probably make this because it's so different. But I call this the Kobe or the Jordan build, bro. That shooting guard with shot creating and post scoring as your secondary. Now, if you didn't know, you can choose rebounding and post scoring as your secondary, not your primary if you're a guard. All right, so like if you want to be a post scorer, if you want to be like Westbrook and add rebounding to your game or whatever, you can do that. So, but like, yo, if I you gotta play at a controlled pace and just give buckets all day with this build, bro. I love
the attributes for that is 22 on the layups. The dunks is 17. Would you get 23 on the mid range, bro? 20. Listen, as a post scorer, you get 23 on the mid range. That's kind of disrespectful. That's gonna be scary, dog. Especially because you can barely defend post fadeaways. And then the fact that somebody got 23 on that joint is gonna be crazy. The 3-point shooting, it goes up to 15, but the ball handling is 19, which is not bad at all. Especially when it goes up to 25, to have it at 19 isn't bad. Your post offense is 19. Let's go over your speed and stuff like that is gonna be that great, But just the ability to score that mid-range out the post, which is one of the most unguardable moves in the game, is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a fire post scorer? Have you ever seen, I know it's videos of YouTube with dudes just going and dropping a full 20, 22 points on people out the post. Like, if you know what you're doing with the drop steps and your hop jumpers and all that, and your post hooks, if you know how to do the shimmy and all that, which is stuff that I love doing in previous 2Ks. I used to kill people with old Kobe in 2K12. Yeah, bro, it's a wrap. Like, but the only thing about it is that your team kind of got to be with you on that. You know what I'm saying? You can't rock with this one running with randoms, because you got to know people that know how to space the floor when somebody in the post. But yeah, bro, I love that build. It's, oh my god. I'm just thinking of all the.
Imagine this lineup, right? The shot creating post scorer with a pure sharp, and then maybe let's say like a defensive type of big or something like that grab boards, maybe like a rebounding rim protector or something like that, right?
Boy.
That imagine that, right? So now you can't double team the post, because that pure sharp gonna light you up. And then you can't double team off of the big, because he gonna finish inside. So a team of that right there gonna be crazy, dog.
Bro, that's like the park version of the '96 Bulls or something, bro. That's like, you can't. Oh my god, like, yo,
is that the triangle offense?
That is the triangle offense right there.
Down the triangle, fam.
Like, what they gonna do? Like, man, yo, oh my, yeah, yo. Like, if you stayed long enough to this video, here's a quick little nugget about 2K17. You might have known it, you probably didn't. But the pump fakes in this game are different now, right? Like, now if you pump fake, you can choose, if you want to go up and under, you can choose exactly what direction you want to go up and under. So imagine a post scorer being able to choose every way that he pivots. Like, they got like one hand ball fakes, and they got all, you can really be Michael Jordan. Like, you can have people jumping and spinning and just looking stupid. And then if you want to just take them off the dribble straight up, you're a shot creator, so they can give it to you on the wing, and you can just go, all right, bro, clear out. I'm finna go one-on-one with this dude. I'm not sure if you got ankle breaker, but it would be fire if you did. You probably have it on gold, at the very least silver.
I just realized what's gonna be OP on this build?
What's
the
up?
spin jumpers.
Oh yeah,
the spin jumpers on this build probably be super OP.
Oh yeah, man. If you like shooting, like, and I don't mean just like shooting threes like a sharpshooter, like if you like doing all the different types of shots in this game, this is the build for you. This is, I love, like, whenever I play online, you know what I'm saying, if I'm not playing Park, not playing Pro-Am, and I'm just like, yo, let's just play a regular quick match. I love picking people like DeMarcus Cousins or Anthony Davis or something, where I can just go to work in the post, and you put that on a guard. Oh man, this gonna be a breeze.
Yeah, that build kind of crazy, dog. But yeah, man,
so
we gonna wrap the video up. We gonna wrap the video up, man. Let us know down below in the comments if you rock with any of the builds we just named, my top 5 or the 3 that J Rain just named. Also, let me know down below in the comments what build you thinking about making for this 2K. It's gonna be a fun one, dog. I'm just saying that this 2K is gonna be a fun one. Like the endless possible, well, it's not endless, but the amount of different type of players that you can actually run into while playing competitively, like on Pro-Am or the Park, it's gonna be crazy. And you're gonna have to have pretty much a different game plan for every different type of player you play up against, man. So yeah, man, 2K18 right around the corner. That prelude coming soon. You already know we're going to be dropping heat for y'all. Again, J Rain channel, the link is down below in the description. Make sure you go check him out. He's going to be posting a lot of NBA 2K18 over on his channel too. You're not going to miss those videos. But we're going to end the video right here. Until next time, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you leave that like. NBA 2K18 coming soon. Yeah.